Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. For a touchback. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Once again, it's Jeanty. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run through with Jeanty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that will bring up 2nd down. On the give, Jeanty stays on his feet. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings us
so much of the game today. We're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
First down. A gain of a yard.
Murray now. They'll try and set up the screen to Jeanty. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Shotgun now from Murray. They'll get this out to Jeanty. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
3rd and 12.
Throwing now is Murray. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. These guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Target down on which side like you want to go. If you don't agree, ask the script in your this by ear, you already know. Already know how it go. Already know I got shit on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you go.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up second
Jackson.
and 11 at the 24-yard line.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up
Backed
third
up
down
here,
and
tough
11.
spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 14 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, report. Report.
Jackson now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Again, Jackson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Jordan Stout.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Raider first down. A gain of 1 yard. First down, Las Vegas.
They'll go again with Genty. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. Second and 13 that they're walking up on. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Swim. Green.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he's taken down. A cheap sack. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
It's 3rd down.
To throw, it's Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down. Murray now to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
It's 2nd down.
Come back. Empty. On the hole. Big ace.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. From the left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. That one goes for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Now Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Green.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw is Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Murray going to throw. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Murray on the sneak. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Kyler Murray scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Raiders are able to widen their advantage.
The kicker on
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Raiders 10, Chiefs nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Here's Jackson.
2nd and 3.
Now he's going to step up and run. He finds Smith and Jigma. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Short throw, caught by Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now it's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down. 1st and 10.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
28-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's Jackson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Mitchell is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Chiefs 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Don't worry.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. From the gun, Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Whoa. 2, big ace. One more.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 11.
Now first and 10 at the 11.
Big ace. Move.
Here's Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. This will be caught at about the 6. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A run out of the gun to Genty. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On third down, here's Genty. And this time he is in. Ashton Genty, as time expires in the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead on the final play of the half. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
At their own 49.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, But for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
What? Hey, report. 180. 180.
Jackson. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
To throw is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
180. Middle. Go ahead.
Throwing is Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
4th down. Here's Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him. Feet were moving. The legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
It took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Move. On the hole.
Murray now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now he's going to step up and run. And this thing is blown up defensively. They will not get a throw-off on the trick play, and that'll go down as a sack. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
Big ass open. Boom.
Throwing now is Murray. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Outright to Smith-Njigba. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes.
All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Chiefs 14. Jake Elliott set
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 3rd and 3.
Big ass open.
Back to throw. Murray. That is caught. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They give it off here to the tight end. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff to Genty. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. To throw, it's Murray. And this pass broken up. And a contact, well timed there, and now fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Second down and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They go with a tight end carry. And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
Murray going to fire one out wide. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, it's Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up the 2nd and 12 at the Chiefs' 47-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's brought in by Harris. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on first down. Cates. And forget about finding a lane. He barely finally had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stumped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try the left side. It's Jenkins. Down to the 25. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. And you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. Let him go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Going quickly out to the right side, but he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mitchell now off the option. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
At the 31-yard line.
Jackson to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
No, we changed it. Hey.
Here's Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you can hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Now Jackson. He completes it right side of one. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 of the 6. They need 2. Here's third down.
The 6-yard line. The gain of 2 brings up third and 2.
Throwing now is Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it.